Starting over.
Take two.
We started
failure.
We got into about 1 minute of talking, and then I noticed that there was no audio. We did get these new mics. We're gonna try.
Woo!
They're a little more expensive,
They're
so
nice.
hopefully
This is our first round with them, so hopefully they sound better, and you guys can let us know.
Out,
so he picked up this ridiculous another $50 bottle,
$48
called Redemption.
Except this one's 96 proof, so.
We are in trouble.
There was a typo on one of the last things we did where you're like, it's
bourbon.
40 proof? It's 40 proof.
It was like 45.
It was 80 proof.
Yeah. What am I saying?
But anyway, I noticed that when I was editing.
Yeah, no.
But the topic for today is going to be short and sweet. Open world design, open world games in general.
Yes.
We had started.
We were
sadly,
talking about
I hate redoing stuff.
No,
it's my biggest pet peeve in my whole life is having to do
He almost didn't do it.
I was literally like, no, I'm done. Because if I can't get it off my first take off my head, I don't want to do it. I was going to just start recording games.
But anyway, so we were talking about defining what one is. Yeah, bye, Mike.
Bye.
See you later, Mike.
See ya, Mike.
Mikey.
Yeah.
Hey, Mikey, you got to go to the bathroom?
Here, pour it up.
All right, here we go. Let's smell it.
I want like 2/3 of a shot. But we were talking about Zelda and how modern games.
That's sort of defined as like the first one, right?
Like we wanted to come up with a definition.
That smells good.
Let me smell that son of a bitch.
It smells
redemption-y?
No.
The reason I even
There's no redemption after that.
It smells stiff as fuck.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason I bought Redemption in the bottle, which you should put a cork in so I can show them, is because of this game. I was playing it. And
a game for which there is no redemption.
As far as open world design, ugh.
Oh, right. As an example, right?
Yeah.
So we were also talking about cork it.
Yeah, I want to show them.
Oh, okay.
Some of your modern favorites. Boom. Redemption.
Yeah.
For 50 bones. Actually, it was like 46, I think.
Okay.
But after tax, it ends up being 50. So here, pour me one.
All right. So
2/3 this time.
We were talking about modern games that are open world.
And you had mentioned 7 Days to Die.
Yeah.
And
because it's procedurally generated and there's no story to it.
Well,
it has to be open world.
Let's do about that much because
this is going to knock our socks off. This is lightning in a bottle, dude. I'm so nervous.
Oh, it's got legs that you call it.
Yes.
Oh, I can see the legs.
It's oily and drippy and yeah.
But I don't know. There's so many games now. Everyone wants to be open world. I have so much to talk about that it's going to be really hard for me to stay concise on this. So,
well, if we talk for a while, who cares?
I know, but what I want to do is I want to start by saying, what is your definition?
I guess. Well, the idea for me is it has to be non-linear to a degree, right?
But I feel like technically, Ocarina of Time is an open world game, but it's linear. There's a main quest.
I mean.
Here.
Okay, ready?
Oh my god.
I know. I know. This is.
My eyes are bugging. I was like.
Oh, okay. Cheers, bro.
This is a fucking.
To another episode. Man, we'll see. It might taste really good.
My kid's graduation tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's going to be a record.
Flavor. Oh my God.
Redemption.
Save me, Lord. Oh.
I'm doing halfers after that.
That kicked my ass.
My eyes are watering.
That was a sucker punch.
I've had a lot of shots in my life.
Fuck.
That's tough. That's like wild turkey.
It has flavor though. But it's like, and you taste how like numb the back of your throat gets.
I did. Oh my!
It's like coated with like.
I'm like fucking crying.
Yeah, that's fucking harsh.
Holy fuck, man! You see that?
What did we get into?
I don't know.
What did you do?
Let me see that. How is this fucking called redemption?
I don't know. It's
me, man.
It's punishment for your sins. Holy
A
shit!
toasty, nutty aroma.
Yeah, it's got
Giving it a
nutty.
smooth, mellow character. Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
well, here's the thing. It's probably super smooth for 48% alcohol.
Yeah, I guess.
You know, that's another 8% that we're not used to. But anyway.
So, I want to first start into things that I don't like about open world games.
Well, we have to define it first.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Because, like, what?
Well, your definition is non-linear. Mine is...
No, I mean...
Mine
for me,
is,
open world is
you
like
can go
a
anywhere.
vast environment
Yes.
that does not... it doesn't lock you out in any sort of way.
I'm going to say that my simple definition is that large open world,
Yeah.
open world, and it'll have multiple things to do, and you can do them in any order.
Yeah. Oh, in any order. Yes, that's a pretty solid definition, I would say. I mean,
I think so.
If you
Well,
guys
to
got
me-
any ideas of that can add to that, or maybe we're doing
Horrible.
I know, right? Yeah, let us know in the comments. But
Let us know if you've had this before.
Oh
and
my
if you
God.
puked it up if it was that bad on the way out.
if you lived through it,
Oh my God.
please let us know because I'm a little worried.
That's tough. And I'm chasing it with this beer. At least it's a light beer.
It is.
God.
It's
So
nice stuff. So
as far as open world goes, there is so many. There's more open world
Yeah.
games than like linear single player games. Like,
yeah. Well, and I think that
like first person shooters
I
are like
think
turning open
what,
world.
What happened is people like to have a choice more
It's
than
not
just
that-
being like
It's not even that at
doing
all.
things in an order,
It's
like
this-
being forced to do that.
It's this idea that you have to get all this value out of your money.
Yeah, that too.
So
I believe that.
what they do is they pad these huge open worlds with a ton of stupid shit that you don't want to do.
Fetch quests and
Ubisoft is the worst. They like, it's always like all these
go
towers
get
you
this and
unlock.
go do this.
Well, they have
and-
all the same game, like Watch Dogs, Assassin's Creed,
Yeah.
Far Cry.
Yeah.
There's all these games that are really similar. Like you go to an area, you get the tallest tower, it goes doo 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 doo, and then suddenly you have all these icons, and you got to systematically. It's all about map cleanup.
Yeah, that's true too. Because it's like you hit the map screen or whatever, and you're like all these things, these quests that you know are there somehow.
That's
and
where
that-
I'm at with Cyberpunk. I got to
Yeah.
this point where like, ugh.
Yeah,
I look at a map, there's
map
like
cleanup. That's good.
30 things on the map. I'm like, I don't want those there. I got it. They're
Yeah.
all like,
Get that off my screen.
they're all like little bits of money or little bits of
Yeah.
experience that you can get.
Just
So you're like,
stupid shit
oh,
that
fine, I'll do it.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you're like, it'll take me,
Yeah.
and then it ends up it kind of turns into a grind.
Yes.
The map cleanup.
I think that if you do that sparsely and sparingly, it's okay. But if that is the main feature of your damn game, then you fucked up.
Well, if you think about this, like a lot of these games, like a Far Cry game,
Mhm.
you have to
That's
play
an
them.
open world game.
I like Far Cry. I
It
always
does
have.
have a story progression.
I started it with
yeah,
Far Cry 2, which was
Yeah.
insanely hard.
You know.
Far Cry 2, because every outpost that you'd take out to get somewhere, they'd respawn.
Oh, you couldn't shut them down permanently?
No.
Oh.
So, like, it was like every time you went, it's like, okay, I got to plan my journey over to here. It's like, God damn it, I'm almost going to die every time.
Oh, shit.
Every time, and you almost don't make it. And it's not like
That sounds more fun than...
It was really fun. I still loved it. But it's not like these newer games that, like, auto-save every 8 seconds.
You know.
Like, literally, in Far Cry 2, you couldn't do that. You had to, like, save at your camp and, like, plan a route. Like, all right, I'm going to go try to get up
right.
here. And, like,
It makes it, like, more challenging, more stressful, more thoughtful
correct.
game.
Thought you have to
know,
plan.
Yeah.
And I'm hiding in the bushes a
You're
lot
not just
because
like, well,
there'd be, like, patrol jeeps. I'm like, I don't want to fucking fight those guys.
yeah, I'm not in any
I
position to
almost
do that
die
right
every
now.
time, yeah.
Yeah.
But in the
Interesting.
more modern Far Cries, it's like,
Number 5 pissed me off.
well, all of them, like, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6, right?
Okay.
I played them all except for 6. I gave up by then. I did play the demo.
I don't even remember.
They gave me a demo like recently.
Hmm.
It's like in like Cuba,
oh, okay.
fake Cuba.
Fake Cuba.
But
some other...
so the story goes, all those games, if you played them on normal, you could beat their campaigns in like 10 hours or 8 hours.
Okay.
But the bloat of all these side things and outposts to take out and all these like hunting quests and all these things that happen. They always add up to like 80 hours or 100 hours.
Yeah.
You know, I think I put like 100 hours into Far Cry 5.
You're a completionist, right?
I am.
So am I.
But I'm
so
not.
It's hard for me to.
I'll get 80% through completing something and shut it down when I'm just like, you know what? Sometimes I just have to sit up straight and be like, what the fuck am I playing this for? I don't like it.
No. You're just doing it to have all the gems.
Passing time, and it's like there's so many better things that do
better.
Like, so there's a game called Immortals: Phoenix Rising, and like that game was really cool. I showed you. It's that Greek one.
Yeah, I thought it was all right. It looked cool.
It's cool. That had a ton of side stuff, but it wasn't very handholdy.
Oh yeah.
So
which can be good or bad.
It is good because there's like all these like trials basically that you do, and they're all like clever puzzles, and I felt super fucking smart every time I got one. Like every single time I got one, and there's like I don't know how many 100.
See, I'm not into puzzle games, so
I'm not
for
really
me that would be a weird thing because like I don't know.
I'm not either.
It's one of those things where once you know the puzzle, it's not fun anymore. There's nothing.
No, you're done with that puzzle.
You could never ever like. There's no replay value to that.
No, who cares?
That's one of the biggest things. That's why I.
But
buy
it's not for me. Anyway,
I get it.
So I beat a puzzle, and then the next puzzle that I do will be the same type of puzzle, but elaborated.
Yeah, more.
And it's just fun to like cleverly, come up with solutions to your own problems. But what happened with that game was because I didn't beat it.
You didn't?
No, I didn't.
80%?
Probably about there.
Yeah.
I played it and I started. It was that map bloat. I was like, okay, and I just started fucking grinding out all these chunks of the map, and then like I had a quarter of it left, and I look at it, I'm like, God, that's probably 20 hours. Delete.
You're like done. Yeah, like I could save 20 hours of my life. And
I'm
put
pretty
it into
sure I
something
put like
way more
80
important.
in that game, or 60 or something.
See,
I don't remember.
on a game like 7 Days to Die with a procedural map, you have none of that. There's none of that. You don't have to do. There's no objectives.
Guess who makes Immortals: Phoenix Rising? Ubisoft.
Oh,
it's that exact same thing. You go because it was the same exact thing in that game. You get on top of like one of these giant Cyclops statues, and once you're up there, then you can see all the shit.
All the crap that you have to do that you don't have to do actually.
Yeah. But you kind of do because everything you do gives you like better this and better stats. It does though.
Yeah, well.
But what I'm getting at too is like playing games on hard mode makes it so that a lot of that stuff's almost necessary. That's the sucky thing.
Well,
but I play on hard mode,
but that's who you are, and so you've backed yourself.
That lifestyle.
Yes, you backed yourself into that corner, and so now you have to suffer the consequences.
It's fine, but that's just how it goes.
Your play style
with open world games.
What are the best ones that you've seen and the worst ones? Like in your top maybe 5, like, or give me a couple examples of like really good, because I know mine. I mean, I already said it. 7 Days to Die is amazing.
No, I get it. So I like the thing that 7 Days to Die is missing to me is characters and plot.
Well,
I like someone to write a story for me. That's why I like movies so much.
Nah, for me I am my own story, and I don't need to follow a preset series of.
But you're not going to run into characters that are like.
Well, they're working on that. So and you can get quests from like characters in the game.
Quests.
Well, no, but it's like so and so needs this, or I need this part, or what. I mean,
they're so far behind these days. Like open worlds always have a bunch of characters that just give you fast quests. Like almost
mostly.
Yeah. That's why I actually don't.
That's the bulk of.
I love Morrowind.
Yeah.
I started Oblivion.
That's a really good game.
I was like, yeah. And then Skyrim, I bounced off of. I beat it.
In my opinion, out of all of those games, I think Elder Scrolls is like the best one. It's
Morrowind.
Yeah.
The older one.
Yeah, the old one from Xbox
Elder Scrolls, by the way. Morrowind.
Yeah. That one to me had the most individuality, and the fact that you could even create your own classes, like customize everything.
I liked how
and you could do whatever you want and whatever. Yeah, exactly. But back to the map.
But hold on, Oblivion and Skyrim had huge limits on how far.
Yeah.
Because with the right amount of money, you could, and enchanting skill, you could like, I had a
You could
ring.
wreck some
I literally
shit.
just had a ring
That
that
could like nuke a whole town.
no, it was like you just permanent levitate.
Yeah, yeah.
It was a little bit slow, but I could literally just
You could
levitate
just fly.
anywhere
Yep.
all the time.
Yep.
And I was like, and then like Oblivion and Skyrim, you have to get like levitate potions, and there's not like
Yeah.
they limited it because you could break the game essentially. And that's what I like about.
That's the
certain
best
things.
part.
Yeah.
It's like if you really wanted to do that, you could. None of this like play the game we want you to, or the way we want you to play it. That's
here's a
such
controversial
shitty
one.
fucking game design.
Is I bought Witcher 3.
Yes.
And I
Which
played
I
it
think
for
is-
about 6 or 7 hours, and I was like, I don't really like this at all.
Mm.
I didn't like the gameplay. I didn't like
The
the combat at all. It was so dilly dally, and I was like,
Yeah.
and then I was like, you want it? And
Is that how I ended up getting it?
Yeah.
I have your copy.
you have my copy?
Oh, I don't even remember that
yeah,
because I ended up buying the master book for
I
it.
gave you the book.
Or is that what it was?
Yeah,
Okay.
I had the book,
Yeah.
and I gave it to you with the game.
I don't even think you opened the damn thing.
No, I didn't.
It was
I
like
only got a few. I was
Yeah,
like, I bought it for
huge.
$60.
I mean, the book is this thick and
Yeah,
it's
it's a
like
strategy
this
game.
big,
yeah.
and it tells you everything to do and everything not to do to get the best ending. All the
Before I
characters.
bought it,
Yeah, it's so good.
everyone said, best game I've ever played, game of the year. It's so amazing. So I was like, yeah, I'll buy the strategy
it's
guide. I'm
not.
just going to get going on this.
Yeah.
Back when I bought strategy guides somehow. But, yeah, I don't know. Didn't like it.
I think that was a good example of a strong open world, though.
It's less fetch questy.
Yeah, because
That's the biggest problem I have.
every quest that you go on is more like a story
Yes.
instead of just going and getting
And you
something.
get choices and options
You
and
do.
dialogue that actually matter.
And it affects the game. So very
game-
brilliantly. Oh my god.
Cyberpunk, I was just playing. I didn't want to bring up Cyberpunk today because I'm so pissy about it.
Yeah,
But,
he was starting to make me pissed, and I wasn't even.
But I was just showing him like
Just a
doing a
bystander.
mission, and there's like a bunch of dialogue choices.
Oh,
None of them fucking
God.
matter.
No, it doesn't.
They have
It's
no
all
impact.
just-
It's just it was all fetch quests.
Same company. What happened?
Yeah, drop the fucking.
How
ball.
the fuck do you do that?
How the fuck? We're just fuck.
So dumb. I
Anyway,
don't
do
care,
another
man.
half of one.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me?
On the Death Wish.
Oh, so soon. Okay.
It says it's smooth.
I mean, maybe this round will be smoother, but I don't think we're ever going to reach smooth.
I'm trying to think of other open world games. Well, I want to talk about open world design that I don't like.
Yeah, that's kind of
Or
what
that I like. My main thing that I don't like is that feeling that you have to clean up the map.
Well,
There's so much shit.
I think that's a feeling that like only completionists have, and not everyone plays that way.
I know, but it's just a bunch of
But
shit.
you and I
on the
both
map.
are that, so like, and I get
I
it.
think most people are because
Yeah.
that's the value.
They
of
want
the
their
game.
money. Yeah, they
That's
want their
the
money.
value that you
Yeah.
get out of a game.
That's true.
Is how long it takes you to beat everything. And it's like side quests, like.
Mhm.
I don't know.
Okay, so that's one major point that you.
I like rewarding side quests. They got to be rewarding.
Yeah. Now, when you say rewarding, do you mean for like character development, or do you mean for like,
Character development, if possible.
or for like story and like your experience with it?
Yeah, that's character development to me. Like
Oh,
all that story stuff.
when I said
Not
it the first time, I meant,
monetarily. I don't.
no, I mean like I gained experience, or like,
I like
this skill
finding-
goes up, or I got
like-
a new item, or
I like finding things that are like getting items that are super unique.
yes,
That's what I like out of quests, if possible. I don't
get
like
that.
how like Cyberpunk and a ton
the
of games.
same gun I have already, but it's a
it's
little,
like
bit better.
Yeah, so even no matter what, if I
Come
do
on.
this level, if I do this side quest, I get an item that's just slightly higher than what I already have.
Yeah.
No matter what. But what I like is like in Morrowind where you do a certain quest, you
Oh,
get some
man.
fucking
You get a legendary shit at low level somehow,
Yeah.
or like you know where this one cave is, and so you're like, I'm gonna go
Dangerous
there
armor.
and get the best armor and shit. Even though I suck at using it right now, I have it, and now I can and that's a good game
I-
design.
I
It's
like
not
it.
level locked. It's not
it's
any
like
of that crap.
real life. Like that armor
Exactly.
exists somewhere
Yep.
and I went and got it. They always make it really hard to fucking get it.
Yeah, but you,
Right.
you give it a couple
There we
tries
go.
and you get it. Let's see here.
Oh, that's tough.
Oh man.
Your eyes are watering too. Show the camera your tears. Just kidding.
This is my redemption.
Redemption eats your tears.
God.
Wow. That is harsh.
Yeah, it's not like my face just got really warm. Like
So did mine.
you're red. You're actually red.
Yeah, I feel red.
You're
I did get sunburned today. But
no, I mean like it just changed. I mean, boom. At least for me right here. So
I had to chase it. There was no way around that.
yeah,
You're trying to like survive.
No, it's not as bad this time.
It was for me.
Yeah. So
Unique items. I don't know.
yeah, I mean, the other thing too is hand holdiness. Like you get less of that in open world, I think, for the most part. But
That's bullshit.
no, I don't think so.
Quest markers.
That's a shitty game. You can't use
Skyrim. Oblivion. They all have like. Okay, so
What do
those
you
games,
mean?
Those games are like you talk to this guy.
Well, those are
like he's like here's a quest.
Those are still bad
Go
games.
over here. I
Like
know, but
you haven't
but
said.
Skyrim is supposedly an awesome game.
Yeah, but we both agree it's not.
You haven't even played it, I thought.
Oh, as soon as you know why? Because I found out that it had level scaling and that enemies would just be just as tough.
That's more Oblivion.
But it's in
has-
both, and I was
yeah.
like, "Fuck!" There's no reason to play a game like that ever.
I hate level scaling.
That's the worst. One of the worst crimes.
Tell me about this then. One of the first games that we ever played that was open world. I would consider it open world. It's really actually
What?
linear. Is
Okay.
Dragon Warrior.
That's
It's super linear, but you can do what you want.
you
You can
can.
go grind and do it.
the story does progress as you.
You have to get to a certain cave to get across.
Yeah, I mean the map itself is almost like one big linear thing, but it's not.
a lot of open world games are like that. You got to get so
Yeah.
far to get an item that makes
That opens up the rest.
exploration better,
Yeah.
easier. Like you can get further. Like Metroidvania is what is
Or-
a common term,
Yeah,
but it actually applies to like it's not just side-scrolling.
you could
Castlevania
say
games.
Final Fantasy 3 is the same.
Correct.
Those are all the same type of game.
They're still technically linear. You
Yeah.
can't advance past a certain point, but they're open world. You can
Yeah.
do side quests.
So I don't particularly gravitate towards that, but it's fair game to call it an open world game. I would
I
think,
think it
right,
is.
definitively. I think
so.
that's fair. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really, because you can sit there and grind and you can do whatever, and there's
There is side
there's
quests and stuff in those games.
yeah,
other side things you can do.
and there's things you can miss
Correct.
that gets
The
locked out.
log and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
different characters you won't even
Yeah.
have access to if you're not exploring essentially.
But essentially, actually, like open world it was very rare back then.
oh, totally. I mean, there just wasn't the power of
That's how those are always
the
the
games-
biggest, best games.
Yeah,
ever.
the games just weren't that big. They couldn't be that big. It all had to be something simple, and and I'm trying to think of like the best ones that
Chrono
early
Trigger.
on. Yeah,
Chrono Trigger is pretty linear though, really.
is it?
You remember that?
I barely though.
Yeah, you just had to because you're bouncing around time, but you always bounce around time in the same way that you bounce around.
Right. And then the map changes and shit, right?
Yeah.
Think of like
I haven't
Zelda
played that
3.
25, 30 years.
Like that was
Zelda 3 is really good.
that's like one of the best.
That's open world, but
It is.
it's just how we
but-
tackle the 4 bosses in the beginning.
Yeah, that's the
And
thing.
it was like, was it 7 or 6 or 8, somewhere in there of the things you had to get at the end in the Dark World.
yes.
I don't remember. I haven't
It's been a
played
long
that
time, but
one. I actually played that.
those
on
games
SNES
are
Classic
neat
not too
because
long ago.
like most of the early Zeldas, Zelda 1 for sure and Zelda 3, it was like you could, well, I would say Zelda 1 more, you could go to any of the levels in a different order. You didn't have
a lot of them. You
but
still
some of
needed
them, yeah, like I need the raft and I need
the candle
yeah,
to burn the bush.
but like you can accidentally stumble on like
Yeah.
some of those levels, and
That's another key thing about open world is stumbling across cool Easter egg type things.
yeah,
So, like feeling like I need to feel that sense of exploration.
that's the whole point of having like
The
an
funnest
open
thing
world.
about Far Cry 3 for me, because I love World War II, is you just be like walking. It's just a bunch of islands put together, and you just be like walking and like, and you're hunting, and there's different outposts and stuff. But then you'd randomly come across like an old World War II bunker,
Oh, that's
and it was
cool.
like set up,
a little map
and then just
inside
be like,
there.
so like
yeah, dungeon.
it don't want to be a dungeon, and just be like some notes or a
Oh,
suicide
sure,
note and
sure.
a skeleton or something.
Yeah,
And then you're like, damn. Like,
I could have totally missed that.
It had no bearing
Never
on the
seen
story,
it. No.
but you could tell someone put time to like set up a scene, and you like go in there and you're like, oh no shit.
Mm.
And there's a lot of games. Far Cry does have that quite a bit. They have a lot of caves and things in their games that have like cool situations, and like they'll be like, there's this man-eating bear, like, and it'll be like eventually part of a quest or something, but.
Right. Where they're like dropping foreshadowing hints in there.
You're like going to the cave, there's a bunch of bones on the way, and you're like, oh my god, this is a man-eating bear.
This is probably not good.
Yeah. I like that kind of shit, like feeling, I don't know. A lot of games don't do it. Usually Ubisoft doesn't. Far Cry, honestly, I think they always make a good, solid game. And the gunplay is always good.
Yeah.
I didn't like 5.
I did like 5 up into a point when this. So one of the things that makes me mad about that is you start to, when you do clean up the map, there's no enemies in that area anymore, and I'm just like, I get it, and it makes you feel like a sense of accomplishment, but I always like this sense of danger where no matter where I'm going,
that you're killing all these cult people, taking shit back.
Yeah,
that's what it's going for.
Yeah, and that works, but that's not what I'm looking for in a game. Like, I still want them to be patrolling roads and shit, but they wouldn't.
Get Far Cry 2 on your PC.
Yeah.
I guarantee that someone's got some mods that look.
Yeah, probably.
Because it actually didn't look bad back in the day. Anyway.
So, bad things about open world.
We'll just keep going.
Do we cover that, sort of? Like, how do you, like, what could possibly be bad about that? It's too big?
No, it's the bloat.
Yeah.
The fucking fetch quests are annoying.
Well, I don't. That's
if you make it a looter shooter type thing, it's like
that's dumb.
Shit just falls apart instantly.
Make
Cyberpunk's a fucking looter shooter, technically.
So bad. It's so bad.
There's thousands, like 800 million guns basically.
Oh my god.
Because every gun it'll be the same exact motherfucking gun with like 2 more damage per second, and it has fire instead of whatever, electric shock on a gun.
Ooh.
Fuck off. I was explaining this to him. I wanted 75 different guns. That's it.
And be done. Yeah.
And then all that changes is my accuracy and stuff that I work on with my character.
That would make way more sense.
Yeah, I don't want it to be fucking, oh god, I hate looter shooters. I hate Destiny. I hate like all those games that have like rarities. You get a rare gun.
I played a lot of Warframe, and that was I love that game because the gameplay was really good.
Sure.
But it definitely had I'm just grinding to get like the one mod or the one thing because it was randomly dropped though, so that was different.
I still don't like that.
No, and it sucked because like that was the only reason you played it is just to get better so that you could play. Yeah, and like that's not really that rewarding.
No,
like
it's not.
Having a good story finish off, that's a reward. Or for me, like in my case, like I do like the procedural non-story at all. Just don't give me a story at all, and don't, because most stories, in my opinion, are not very good.
Yeah, that's true.
And so that's why I'm like, I'll just imagine one in my head. Just me trying to survive in 7 Days to Die is a story.
Yeah.
You know, and then, oh crap, the horde's coming and all that. And the map every time is completely like randomly generated. So I have no idea where anything is, and I actually literally have to scrounge, and it's scary. And
Don't Starve.
Yeah, that's another example.
If you die,
it's
it wipes your save.
Yeah, it's a permadeath. So
permadeath.
Yeah.
So like, but it's a huge open world, and that, as far as bad things I don't like about open world games. One is in Don't Starve, where it's completely based around crafting, right?
Yeah.
Which is fine, but the craft tree got bloated.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
And then halfway, it was like
they updated
5 years later. I don't know, maybe
3, 4.
They just changed how everything worked.
Yeah, and it required more components for some rudimentary shit, and then it became way harder to do a bunch of stuff.
And then I had to like relearn everything again, and like I don't know, I that's a game I bounced off of, and like I love the idea of it so much.
Yeah,
and I like the art style. I actually like the gameplay. I like these like short 10-minute days, the stress of nighttime coming.
Sure, yeah,
and just like the wonder of like, oh my god, I finally found beefalo, or I found like this awesome like whatever, a rock quarry, like and I'm gonna set up my camp right in between a rock quarry of this place, a forest.
Yeah, trying to
that,
find
like,
the exact location. Well, when he would start a new map, he would run around the entire border of it.
I stopped doing that, but
in the first night.
But that was when I first was playing that game.
Oh, he stopped doing that.
Well, that was because they didn't have. I got that. That was the first game. That was literally my first game on PS4.
Wow.
Like, I bought a PS4 and I bought that game on PSN, and that's all I had for like months because back then I was pretty broke.
Yeah.
So I played that for like months and months, and my girlfriend and I would sit and write notes of like what poisons us, and like,
just to learn.
But it was wonder.
Yeah.
Because it was like you got this sense of wonder. It wasn't
very hand-holdy.
You're exploring, and you're like, in your trial and error learning. I died from eating this, or I died. I went to this neighborhood of weird shit, and this thing came out of nowhere and killed me. But that's amazing feeling for a game, and I haven't even found a game since.
Wow. Since
Don't Starve. 7 days that I played that game sucks so hard on PS4.
It's light years ahead of where it's you have to.
When I quit
I'm not
playing
kidding how crazy.
But when I quit playing it on PS4, it was for a goddamn good reason.
Yeah.
Because it sucked. I liked the idea of it.
Yeah.
I felt that the maps were way too fucking small. They seemed big at first. Me and Jeff were like. Well, me and Jeff had a guy.
I mean, they're way bigger.
That were like, we lasted like 70 something days, and we had the whole thing. The radiate, completely. Yeah. So what it came down to is going back to old places that you knew, because every so often.
You've already beaten. I mean, like, that's not. So you know what I mean? Like I feel like that's when you start a new map. If you even play it again. So
what's the point of that? You said it's infinite, this and that. Well, start a new map.
It's a whole brand new procedurally different.
And start over.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is, like...
See? That's contradictory, but anyway.
What do you mean? In what way? You can't... I mean, like, how much can you do on a map anywhere? Eventually you will, like... put it this way. The PC are way bigger.
I know. I don't like the fact that like loot respawns in houses after a week.
Yeah, but you can turn that off.
Well, either way, I don't like that because it's default, and that's how I played everything default. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, well, yeah, you're just, I don't know.
The game is so much more complicated now and more interesting, sure, and like.
But I bounced off it.
There's like actual POIs in that game now,
well,
and there's like
that you don't like about the game.
About that game, I would say I don't like that there's not much evidence of other, like, there's no AI in there besides zombies. However, they are actually going to add that so that there's going to be bandits
they don't
and shit.
Now, so let's go with what's going on now.
Yeah, that would be the one thing that it
seems so impersonal to me.
Yeah, it does, because it feels like you really are alone and you're like the last person on fucking Earth, and so it's like that's kind of weird. And then you go, there's these traders that you can go trade with and do stuff with, and they have these compounds that are like zombie proof and all that.
We had those on the PS4.
No, we didn't. Did we?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I didn't remember ever being able to trade with anyone.
Yeah, there's traders in that game. For sure.
Oh no, you know what? You didn't play. You played the world that they designed. I never ever played that on PS4.
Those traders.
Yeah, but not on the random generated mode. There wasn't, which is also shitty.
Anyway,
but yeah, I'd say they're some of my favorite games, open world games, for sure. I'm so sick of linear games that like I just can't do them.
The opposite.
Yeah.
I like a nice linear game. I don't want a game that takes 200 hours. I don't fucking have time for it.
Well, I think it's more like it doesn't take that. It's just
5,000 hours.
No, it's more like however much you want to put into it.
I know, but I like God of War. I played through that. I played like 30 hours of that and beat it. And it was like good. Someone made that world for me to play.
Yeah.
And made all the characters and awesome voice acting, and it was like a story, and I felt like a badass, and I played on hard mode. It was fucking hard, and I got my fucking money's worth out of it, really. And when I was done, I was like, hell yeah. And then I was like, next.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about linear games. Yeah. Because I want to buy another game. I want to play a racing game tomorrow. And I'm going to play some Call of Duty. I want to play this game and that game. And like Wolfenstein, the last games. They're completely linear.
They are, but they're really good.
Yeah, but someone made every one of those worlds.
Yeah, and some of those scenarios, you're just like, what the like... you're climbing up the side of a castle and there's guys falling at you and you're shooting your way up, and it's like,
I mean,
who designed that? That was amazing.
You can argue that sucks and you don't want to play that.
I don't, because once it's done, it's done. I can't.
Perfect. It's like a movie. Why watch movies then?
That's why I like games, not movies.
Oh, I like movies, not games. So
even though you have like 600 games.
Yeah, but I actually prefer
hundreds times more than I have.
Well, that's because you buy all these 5 million hour games.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's why we're different.
Oh boy, here we go. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, one more little half.
Oh man, yeah, we're the Siskel and Ebert.
We'll get more on this once we cover the basics of open world, I think.
Yeah, and I think that it's kind of a big topic, like an open world, you know. It's like there's
more than that.
You want more than that? All right.
Have a shot.
You're gonna have hair in your tongue after this. All right. Oh my God, we're doing this again.
It's such a huge topic. There's so many types and everything.
There is.
Like, I got, another game I bounced off of. Elden Ring. I should show you that. For real. I bought Elden Ring.
Yeah.
I played it.
People love that game, and I'm just
10s out of 10s and stuff. Fuck.
Go fuck
I feel
yourself.
like it's fucking janky as fuck. Your your animations look, I don't know, man. It's a cool designed world. I don't think that it's amazing.
Is it the gameplay that is lacking?
I don't like the gameplay, but I don't know.
Is it one of those
dodge
roll? It's a dodge roll spam.
It's a dodge roll.
Because that's what people do when they're in combat. They dodge and roll.
Anything. Like for high praise.
No. Even the Witcher 3,
it's a dodge roll game.
It is, and it's pathetic. You can do better than that. Come on.
Everyone can do. I don't know, Dragon's Dogma. That's a fucking underrated
I don't even
classic.
know anything about that game.
It's amazing. I think that has a dodge roll though too.
Well, it's like, I don't like games where you have to figure the pattern out of the enemy because they're predictable, and then they attack, and then
I don't mind that, but
it's so dumb. It's a puzzle. Well, what's the point of that?
Puzzles, but
it's not random enough. That's the thing. Real combat is like random, and that's not immersive when it's just like, oh, he's charging up for his thing. Guess what I got to do? Like, I
don't know. I like games like that because that's old school bosses.
Kiddie. That's like kids learn that shit. I'm way past that. I can't.
I'm not. I enjoy it.
Sure.
So, but I like games. Yeah, right. I like games where you jump backwards like a real person when you dodge,
or sidestep, or parry,
or block, or anything,
or just spit in their face,
or just get killed,
Yeah, that does happen.
I can't stand dodge roll. It's so dumb.
It's dumb.
But you know what's funny is my favorite game of all time, Enter the Gungeon, is a dodge roll game.
Yeah, but that's a cartoon of a game that's awesome. That's fun. They're not trying too hard.
They do it right though, so that your dodge roll, you're impervious.
Yeah, you're like it's
part of the gameplay.
It's a game mechanic. It
technically isn't a Souls-like or whatever, but
yeah, it's a twin stick.
I don't know. Elden Ring. I like the idea that it's not handholdy. That's what gravitated me towards it.
Yeah.
From listening to reviews from people, I was like, hell yeah, you gotta mark shit on your own map.
Yeah.
And so here's the thing. Most games that are open world these days, you click on something on the map, and then anywhere you look, you see that icon.
Yeah. I mean,
that's what I'm saying about mission markers.
Yeah.
It's in every fucking game now.
Yeah, that's super handholdy. It's not.
Elden Ring,
it doesn't teach you to navigate.
So you usually get one of those.
Yeah, you get
select a mission, and then you can do one other thing usually. But it can't be on a mission, otherwise it'll select that mission.
Sure.
Elden Ring, I didn't check it, but supposedly you can do as many of them as you want. You can be blue ones or red ones, and you can make up your own color scheme.
So it's the
red ones are the bosses that I haven't done.
Yeah.
And you can make your own map, which is
I
think
I
don't know. That's what I remember.
I used to do that. I did that with another. Oh, I think. I don't know. It's a useful tool when you're this is an enemy den or something, so it's a red marker, and because you've explored it and you put that on the map. Right. It's not just on the map for you and whatever. You know how some games show all the icons on the map and you're I don't even know what that is. It'll be grayed out, but it's something's there, so you got to go there. I think a game that really pissed me off recently, which they retconned it, was Sons of the Forest that just came out not too terribly long ago.
Open world game too.
It is, and it's a really good one. And what they did was they gave you this like GPS thing, and it had locations pre-marked on there, and so it showed you where all the caves were, or like the main points of interest for the main storyline. And people were like, "That is so dumb. I want to explore this shit." And then they're like, "Okay, yeah." And then they got rid of it. So they listened to the community. That's good. That's just good game design. Good community interface.
But yeah, it's community.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, like
Gotcha.
to be able to like listen like that and stuff.
Right.
Would you say that Mad Max was a?
I like that game.
What do you think? Is that like a really I did too, and that was kind of neat because like
it's such an underrated game.
Yeah, we were talking about that a couple
overlooked.
of weeks ago, and
God, I wish I knew. So there was a reason why it did really poorly.
Like marketing or something.
Now it came out the same week as like some major game, and I forgot what it was.
It could have been amazing.
I forgot what game.
It is a great game,
but it did. It came out during the same week because
some big mega hitter.
So I'll tell you this: that's one of my favorite game companies, Avalanche, and they make the Just Cause series, which is a huge open world games. Like you want to talk open world, those are some of the biggest. Okay,
yeah.
You want to talk sandbox? They don't do anything wrong. Well, they'll bloat a map.
Sure.
But they do it differently. They have challenges and stuff. But biggest fucking open world game map ever. That game is massive. It's bigger than anything else. There's like full on deserts and blah blah blah, and like airships and huge aircraft. It's really cool. And the thing is, you can talk about a sandbox. You can hijack jets, helicopters, Lamborghinis, tanks, mech suits, whatever the hell you want. Nuts. Everything blows up spectacularly. That's one of the few games I can just mess around in. I get super bored of messing around in like GTA. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it gets old running over old ladies enough time.
I just fly around. I have a wingsuit and a jetpack. I can go anywhere I want at all times, up in the sky. I can like dogfight jets by myself as a person. Yeah, for real. But you have a grappling hook. That's another thing. A jet goes by me. I go grapple right to it, grab on the cockpit, rip the guy out. I'm in a jet.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Super underrated.
As unrealistic and corny as that is,
so awesome.
We want that. That's what we want.
That's the type of game I want.
Yeah,
that's one of my highest rated games. We want to talk about good open world. You can do literally anything. There's these trains that go around the whole world. You can blow up the bridges and watch trains derail.
Okay, let me ask you this: do the bridges regenerate at some point? Or are they gone forever?
No, if you go like a mile away, they'll come back.
Because I'd be like, that would suck if they were permanently. I don't know.
It might be till
some games might be like that.
That game, that doesn't have the memory for that. It's on PS4.
Yeah.
But God, I would buy a PS5 version.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: that game got really poor reviews because it had a shitty frame rate. It had like some really bad graphical stuff right at the beginning, and then 3 months in, it did take them a while.
They fixed it.
That game looks gorgeous. That is amazing.
Damn.
But it has so much stuff, and it has exploration stuff because you're a guy and you have all these abilities, and like you're figuring out the tomb of these gods on the island. There's all these temples, and you're like solving puzzles with physics. Like you're unleashing giant boulders and trying to do all these things. And like the cool thing, there's so many cool things. I can attach rockets to anything and go rocket. I could put rockets underneath it and then go boop, and I put them underneath the car. Move. Whatever I want to do.
What kind of weird physics? They actually thought of all that shit. Whoa.
And tethering stuff. So I can be in a Huey.
Oh yeah, I think I watched you do that.
I can come up in a Huey helicopter, hang off it, and be like, attach that car to my Huey helicopter, start flying
off,
using it as a wrecking ball and whack it into fucking semis. For real. Want to talk open world?
That's crazy.
It's funny how that it didn't even pop in my mind.
That was like one of your favorites.
That was like the biggest, best open world game to cap off this thing since we're closing in on an hour.
Yeah, we've been racking at it here.
Now we're actually not because we kept recording the first like.
Oh, well, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can't think of a whole lot more to say other than like my favorite games and like what is the worst game that was open world that you've ever played? Oh, that's right.
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, done. End of story.
Just cookie cutter.
Not even like it's so dumb. It's oh my god.
It's a looter shooter like wrapped up in a immersive sim RPG. That
which
just
is not.
sucks.
I watched. No, you know what I'm
Played for like 20 minutes earlier, just like
he murdered. He literally snuck up behind this lady who had her back to the wall, sitting in a couch. He climbed up the back side of the couch, got behind her, and then like slit her throat. Meanwhile, the receptionist was watching the whole time and didn't do anything about it.
Oh yeah, so this is one thing.
So fun.
This is one thing that happened. This police chase that I saw. I came to an area and this car comes out and a cop's behind it.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, oh my god, crazy. Like, okay, it's
cool. An event is happening.
It's an event, and I was like, well, maybe this happens randomly. What happened is I crashed, and the game is so easy to save scum that I was like, well, I fucked that up. I'm just gonna restart it.
I'll do it again.
This time I came up. They came right around the corner at the same time, and my save was from like several minutes earlier, but I was heading to a mission, taking that same road.
You're just in the vicinity, and that triggered it.
It was that same exact road, and I was like, fuck it. I went up, and I crashed into the perps.
The perps.
And they spun out, and I got them wedged in the wall. And I'm like, yeah, I got these suckers.
All right, the cops will be good.
And I look over, and the cop kept driving. He drove off, but a half mile down the road, he takes a left, and I'm like,
what's he doing over there?
And I back away from the perps. They drive away. They go right towards the cops, and I follow them.
They go meet them.
So the first time what happened, okay, this is what happened the first time.
Oh, my God.
They went up, and I was following them, and they turned left into a parking lot and then got in a shootout with the cops. But I came in there hot, and I hit a civilian, and it triggered the cops' warrant for my arrest.
Yeah.
So that's why I reloaded it.
Oh.
Second time, I pinned him in the wall. The cops went off, took a left, went up a ways, got in this parking lot.
Oh my God!
I unwedged the perps. They kept going. I followed them.
Yeah.
They went up right into that same parking lot, stopped, and then the cops were already there.
And they're like,
and they got
let's have a shootout. Like
so. That's another thing about Just Cause. Even Far Cry has like it's not scripted. It's the game environment and the rules that make these crazy things happen.
Yeah, it's chaos.
Correct.
It's straight up chaos and whatever, random, there's seeds and then the chaos is how they weave together and crazy,
and it becomes your own stories.
Yeah,
exactly. That's what you like, organic and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, I'm just going to go through a couple of these.
Go for it. Why not?
For one, I hate games where you spend half your damn time selling items.
Yeah, you were saying like after every mission, he's
Wouldn't
so...
Wouldn't it be a mission? It'd be like I see like a random like hideout that I got to bust up, so I'll go kill like 6-7 guys. Just get in a shootout. Boom. I come back with so many items, so much clothes, and you have to sit there and go through and like find the best clothes because like a bandana might have 4 more armor than the other bandana, or like exactly. And I don't know. I hate that. I hate like. You gotta pick up.
Well, no, you're doing this. You're doing inventory management more than you are playing the game.
Exactly, and it was so fucking annoying. Technically, I don't have to pick up every gun, but it's like free money.
That's the only way you make money, right?
It's the only way
best way.
It's Later on, you start making more money for the missions you're doing. I think it's level based.
Now,
I didn't used to get much money, so I think the higher the level I get, the more money I get for side quests.
So you could do a really stupid side quest and be like, I got paid 20 grand for that shit.
I don't know. You saw it. It just kept going up. It was like 4,800 for this quest. I just did another random quest. It was like 5,000.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm doing random quests in different territories. But anyway, I can't stand that. Inventory management is like, it's such a time-consuming part.
Yeah.
I play these games to have fun.
Now, I will say
this,
though, like, in a game like 7 Days to Die or something, when you're looting to survive and you start to build a base and you start, like a part of me likes like this box is all my food or this cupboard is all like, and I like to organize it. But like once it's organized, I mean, I'm still playing with my loot, but I'm like,
that's true.
I'm making sure that everything has its place.
Don't starve. I'd have all my chests.
I like that.
Signs
exactly, and you're like, that's what this is, and like that's fine. But like what you're saying is a completely different animal.
No, it is because it's level.
It's the same shit too.
It's not like I need one better of a shotgun. Yeah, exactly. Because once you get a shotgun, it's the exact double-barreled shotgun because they're just like straight up submachine gun. Like they're not. Yeah,
They're not special types or
I think
unique.
they have names, but they're all.
A couple.
It's always the same.
Yeah.
Like I got the same double barrel shotgun.
Yeah.
But then it'll be like 2 damage per second more. So it renders everything else useless and just sell it all. For real. And same with clothes. It's so dumb.
How many guns are in the world in this one
Trillions.
city?
Trillions. Zillions.
Zillions.
Back.
Yeah.
The other thing is, I don't like open world games that don't seem lived in.
Yeah.
This game doesn't seem lived in at all.
No.
In fact, I was telling him, and we just drove down the city and noticed it, that the pedestrians are metered.
Yeah, they're exactly like certain distances
Every 120
apart.
feet.
There's no clusters. There's no random people walking into each other or none of that. They're all like spaced out a little bit, but like they're spaced out.
If you're just driving, you see them like every 120 feet. There's a person.
People cluster in real life and they sit around and talk and they smoke cigarettes and and bullshit and sell drugs on the street and shit like that. And here everyone's it's just lonely me walking down the street. And if anyone else gets too close, then I gotta go down the street to get away from them.
Guys, I don't know.
It's bad.
Oh my god. No one ever notices how much stealing you do in that game.
Yeah.
Just fucking steal all day.
No.
Right in front of people.
How many open world games have you seen that don't have that, or that are like that?
That don't have?
That you don't get penalized for stealing right in front of somebody.
I can't think.
Even going all the way back to Elder Scrolls 3.
Oh, yeah.
If somebody caught you, it was like, you're fucked, because guess what? All the guards are going to find you.
You're like,
that guy's going to kick your ass.
Yoink. He's already shooting fireballs at you.
Yeah, it's awesome, and like it makes you like think your choices are very carefully thought, and you're planning heists, and you're like it's not just like, oh, I can just go in there. I mean, I watched you just man, you could pull an anal plug out of somebody and they wouldn't even say anything. It's just so dumb. Like fuck off.
Remember when? So I went in there. And I just did like 1 or 2 missions, and like I go in and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna find. It's kind of cool to have more than one way to skin a cat. There's a back door. I went in through the skylight or whatever, and I just start murder like.
Oh
and like I could be like right here.
Oh my god!
And, like right here, and they wouldn't see me.
The hit detection.
And I walk out. No,
the visual. Yeah,
visual
that's what I meant. Sorry.
But I could walk out like past them. They wouldn't see me.
No.
And then they're like, oh, okay.
Oh, there you are.
I snuck up behind this girl, climbed up on top of the couch that was right behind her because she was up against the wall.
That's so funny.
Choked her, killed her.
Right in front of.
And then I look over and there's a secretary.
And she's just like.
And then I was like, okay. And I went.
And you went and talked to her. You went and talked to her.
Hit the body.
Yeah.
And then I talked to her and she's like, well, you can't see the body. Or like, we're at a morgue.
Yeah, he's at a morgue. You can't.
And it's like, you can't see the body. Only fucking
whatever
employees.
Yeah, employees. It's like, guess what, sweetheart? They're all in the dumpster out back.
She watched me kill them all.
So dumb. She did. She like, that'd be amazing if the dialogue was like, oh well, I guess nobody, or something. I can't wait till AI is running that shit.
And she watched me loot their corpses.
Yes! For all those guns!
And then throw their dead bodies up my shoulder and go throw them in a dumpster.
That stupid dumpster effect. Fuck, this game's a dumpster. It should throw itself in a dumpster.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
The list goes on.
Oh,
that's a big list.
Yeah, I'm skipping a ton because they don't apply to open world stuff, but
yeah.
Oh my god. Oh. Wow. I kept saying I hate this fucking game.
In your notes, it's like, just a reminder.
I was in Chicago in a hotel playing this, and I was just like, God, I fucking hate this game. Just playing it, like trying to grind
after
through.
All of its fixes and bug cleanup and like its polish, it's not polished.
No,
you can't polish it.
Even years later they're like, oh, it's better now. No,
it's not. The core, everything is just garbage. It's the wrong mashup of all these genres that don't quite work together at all. And so it's like you're trying to keep this like vibrant living city thing going on with a plot.
It gotta be dirtier too, that city.
Oh,
it's like fucking people pressure wash all the everything daily.
I would say though there are sections in the city that do look good where it's like piles of trash and dudes on the ground going, oh.
There is some like junky shit.
And that's neat. It feels a little more like
half the time the city looks cartoony to me.
Yes,
about half the time.
Sucks, but we won't get into that because it's not open world. I think we talked enough about open world.
I feel the same.
I bet you do too.
We'll probably do another one now that the bases are covered, what we like. I'll probably be like open world, blah.
Yeah.
Something
open world bosses,
or maybe
open world looting. We might not return to it, but
now that we've talked about it, we can.
It's a great topic.
Bring it up in future games that we play too.
Because for me, that's the cream of the crop type of game. When I look at a game like Elite Dangerous, for example, that is one of the biggest, most vast open world type of games ever, with infinite exploring. I mean, there's no way in.
You told me you have problems with that game.
I do, because it's one of those things where they make it so big that they don't have any way to there's a term called it's a mile wide but an inch deep.
Yes.
And so it's a shallow game. It's vast, but it's vastness of emptiness, which is stupid.
It's kind of like Mad Max in a way. Mad Max.
Yeah, but that's like the nature of it, though.
Had tons of cool places, though.
Yeah.
It had so I've seen games where they copy paste outposts and shit.
Yeah, it's the exact same map. You know where to go and all.
No, like just buildings. There's 50 of these, but they're exactly the fucking same.
Yeah,
like no one builds. I don't know. But Mad Max, every single place was like handcrafted. Yeah. It was great, and every like combat scenario where I got 4 guys, but one's with this type.
Mm-hmm.
Where it just felt like a unique challenge every time you played it. Highly
in Elite
underrated.
Dangerous, you'd be like, oh, I'm going to go to this star system or this star base on this planet, and it looked just like the one I came from.
Exactly.
And that's stupid and not cool and just
copy paste.
It's so dumb. It does not feel lived in at all.
It's dumb. It's just lazy.
It doesn't. Yeah.
But let's do a third of a shot, and then we're rating it.
Rating what? Open worlds?
No, it's bottle.
Oh, man.
Guys,
I would say
open worlds.
No, I mean, like, how much do you like them? I mean, I think that's my favorite kind.
It's your favorite. I can live without it.
My favorite kind of game, but I also do like games that are hyper focused and don't have like a whole lot of decision making. It's just raw skill or reflexes and shit like that.
Sure,
like fighting games.
I think like racing games.
That's a perfect example.
That's good.
Okay. Oh my god, I can't
Gran
believe
Turismo 7. What a fantastic game. But
all right, well, here we go.
Oh no, like this all came up because how much discussion is on Breath of the Wild 2.
Oh sure.
Huge big game, but it has crafting.
What is it? Tears of the
Kingdom.
Yeah.
Supposedly it's fantastic.
That's a cool name for a title. All right.
Cool.
Here we go. One more for the. Oh god. Let's see here.
It's like some Popeye shit.
Oh god.
That's the old eyes water.
I know. Oh, I got the dragon.
Okay, so this is $50.
Oh god, why would you do that? Yeah, see? It's worse than eating like a hot pepper. It's like this.
I love hot peppers too.
It's not that bad. Some hot peppers are way worse of an experience than this, but
grab me the bottle.
Grab me the bottle. Here's the bottle.
I haven't chased it yet. I'm just trying to see how hard it is to not chase it.
It's got a really medicinal taste at the end.
It tastes like fucking cough syrup afterwards.
It does, and it's got that. It numbs your mouth with like a coating, which I love that. Because there's some scotches that do that are smooth.
I don't know, man.
No, I love it. One of my favorite scotches is like Mortlock 15. Yeah, well, yeah, because it's almost another 10% more, power to it. So
redemption.
It's better to just go to hell.
No, I don't feel redeemed. I don't.
No. Maybe it's like...
You can smell it on your breath.
Yeah, no, because I didn't chase it with anything. No, maybe it's like you want to get your money
camera.
Your money back.
That's like you're going to jail.
Yeah. Oh my God. If you had one shot of this and waited like 3 hours, they'd be like, no, you are breathalyzer.
Like,
Yeah, they would be fuming up there. Like you could probably blow in your
like
gas tank whiskey, and start your car with this shit.
Like
it's pretty brutal.
I don't think I like it.
I don't like it either. It's got flavor though. It's too harsh.
It's so harsh.
It's it's
crazy.
48% alcohol.
Like
so that's why. Like, this would be if you could mellow this out, it has flavor.
It's not if you. What do you think now?
Well, no, I'm saying like if they made something that was similar to it's too strong.
Well, this isn't.
It's just too strong.
Yeah.
Period. 48%. Eat a dick.
I didn't even see that. I was like, redemption.
No.
That's like perfect with my
No, you need to be careful. Like this is worse than wild turkey, man. Like the wild turkey is
101.
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, that's true.
Well, I don't like it. I would never buy this again.
Wait, how much is wild turkey 101?
Not much.
It's like
$20.
Yeah. So that's harsher than this for sure.
I can't tell the difference. This is hard.
No, this has a caramely.
That's number 5.
Oh wow, it's got
that's low on the totem pole.
Caramely like flavor to it, and wild turkey just is death. So
smooth, mellow character.
It does though. Not the smooth part. The flavor is after all the burning's gone. There's like a mellow texture in my mouth. It's a texture actually left over. Remember, it's like the legs. You see the oily shit. That's what's in your mouth.
No, let's see.
It has legs. You'll never be able to see that. Look at that. Hold on.
Got legs.
It's better on a glass.
It knows how to use them.
Well, it just kicked our ass. Oh, maybe it doesn't need legs. It's this bottle though, because it's all rounded. It needs to be. If it was down to here, then we'd see legs. But it's like, whatever. Any hooch.
Yeah.
I think we're done for this episode. I hope you enjoyed.
Gotta give it a dollar amount.
Oh, this is irredeemable.
I think that
I'd buy because you're gonna get drunk off of this real quick.
But you can buy
if you chase it or mix it with something.
Buy Phillips 100 proof.
Oh yeah.
For like $12.
Yeah.
You're gonna get drunk off.
I'd pay $10 for this. I totally would.
I feel like I like stuff with corks for some reason. I bet you I'd pay $15.
Really?
Yeah, maybe. Just to have around for someone who wants a fucking stiff ass shot.
Yeah, that would mean you could buy 5 of these for the price that you bought this for.
3. That's 46.
Oh, 46. Okay.
$15.
Either way, I mean,
$15 sounds good. I almost said 18, but I'm not.
I wouldn't. I'm sticking with my 10 because there's no point. There's no point.
I feel like this is gonna be a fucking hella hangover.
It could be.
So
it could be. The color suggests that it's pretty rich, so it's not like a yellower tone. It's more of an amber tone, and so that usually means there's more particles and things in there that are like just
ass.
No, as far as I understand, it's better for you. Like you get a hangover. The more clear an alcoholic substance is, the worse it is for you. Basically,
that's how I feel opposite, but.
Well,
I don't get hungover for vodka. I've been hungover for all this shit that we've been buying.
Yeah, maybe you're just not used to it. I don't know.
But whatever. Anyway, well, it was nice chatting with you.
Yes, it was. Thanks for tuning in, and let us know what you think about open world games and what.
Don't probably buy this.
And if you have you been redeemed?
No.
Or did you redeem this bottle because it sucked?
Well, if you look, it says you can redeem it for 15 cents. For real. If you're in Vermont, you can recycle this for 15 cents.
Woo!
So that'll tell you.
That'll recoup. So how many of these will it take to get to pay for the next one?
Fucking Lord. Lordy Lord. All right.
All right.
See yas.